Hello, and welcome to another conversation about graduate school admission. And today I'll be talking about a very interesting topic,
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh.
which is how to prepare for graduate school admission interview. So, how to prepare for graduate school admission interview, and this is an important stage in the graduate school admission process, and it's a very crucial stage, and it is very important that I tell you that this is not, this does not guarantee that you already have your admission, but it is a stage where the faculty want to meet you, want to put a face to the name, and get to know you. At this stage, it is most likely that they are seriously considering you for admission. So this stage comes up usually once you have submitted your application or you have sent a cold email to a professor, and they see that you are a fantastic fit for their program and they want to get to know you. Um, most people that get to this stage, from experience, they usually get their admission, unless of course something goes wrong. So today I'll be showing you how to ace this graduate school interview admission,
Nice.
how to adequately prepare, what's about, and how to prepare yourself, and every other thing that is involved. So let's get started. So I would like to first emphasize that it is just a chat. There's no need to panic about it. It is just a casual conversation with people you, for example, people you meet every day of your life. So you don't need to, be fret about it or to be worried about it. So have a mindset that it's just a chat. So yeah, going with that, and once you have scheduled the meeting, maybe it's on a Monday or a Tuesday, or whichever day it is. Just make sure you dressed well, just casually, like something I'm putting on is really great, and they just want to put a name to the face, a face to the name rather, want to see who they're talking to. They also want to, get to know what your interests are, and talking about the purpose of the interview. They just want to know, your personality, who you are, what you like, and this includes how you handle challenges, and this is very important. They want to know how you handle challenges, and they might ask a question which includes how you work under pressure, or they want to give them examples of a time when you had to multitask, or when you wanted to give up and you didn't give up. They want to know what motivates you, and those kind of personality questions. They also want to test your strengths and weaknesses. So they might ask you questions that involves you telling them about what your strengths are and what your weaknesses are. And it's always good to be honest about it. They already saw your application, they saw your LinkedIn profile, they saw your resume or your CV, whichever case it may be, and they want to, ask you further questions about, just like you would do in a regular job interview for people who have work experience. Be honest about it. For example, if your strength is, I don't want to talk much about strength. Most people know their strength, what they are really good at, but especially the weaknesses, be honest about it. What maybe you are not good with, data analytics, and talk about what you are doing to improve that aspect of of yourself. For example, we might want to say that, yeah, I'm not very good with data analytics because I wasn't taught that in school, but I've been taking courses about it, and I've taken XYZ course, and I hope to take some more courses when I, finally resume in the school. That's a good example of talking about your weakness. You don't just want to talk about your weakness, but you want to talk about what you are doing to, improve yourself, or to turn it into an opportunity, or strength, as the case may be. And also, they want to test your English language proficiency. They want to see, because you're an international student, and most of the time, many international applicants are not from a native English speaking country, and they want to see if you can hear them well, and how you can, communicate in English language. So it's good. You already said you are very proficient in English in your application, but they want to talk with you and see how you converse in English, and or whichever language in the country you're applying to. And other things I want to talk about when you're having the interview. It can come in two folds. It's usually a Zoom meeting, or a Teams, or whichever, or Skype meeting. I think Skype is not very common again now, but most times they use Zoom, which is most of you are familiar with. So it's either you are meeting with the faculties. That means a lot of people, maybe 5 or 4 professors from the department, or you're meeting with just a supervisor. So let me start with if you're meeting with the faculty. So if you are meeting with the faculty, that means more people, not just your supervisor. It's not a big deal, as the case may be, but the conversation might be a little bit different from when you are meeting with only your supervisor. And it is good to know that the meeting is usually recorded. So they might tell you beforehand that this meeting is going to be recorded, and so it's good for you to know that the meeting is going to be recorded, because so that they can present it to other people that might want to review your application. So they might want to ask you questions about diversity and inclusion, and they might want to ask the kind of questions that I talked about previously. And also, if you're meeting with just your supervisor, it's the same process. It will be recorded so that the other faculty or the credit committee might review your application. So you might want to be prepared for that. And it is also very good for you while you are preparing to answer their questions, you have to have a set of questions that you want to ask them to. It shows that you're a professional, and you're serious, and you are ready to go into the program. You don't want to just have an interview where it's just a question and answer section where you don't have anything you don't have any inquiry, you don't have any things you are concerned about. That doesn't look good enough. So you want to ask questions. And if the interview is with the faculties, that means maybe more than your supervisor, maybe 4 to 3, 4, 5 professors from the department. You want to ask some questions. For example, I have some list of questions here that I want to share with you. You can ask about diversity and inclusion. You can also ask about funding opportunities. What are funding opportunities? Do they have GRA, that is graduate research assistantship? Do they have TA? What are the funding opportunities in the department? How do they support you in terms of applying for fellowships and similar questions? You might want to ask, how do they support international students, in terms of psychologically or physically? Are there any groups that are there in the department or in college that support international students, that helps them to settle down in a foreign country? And I want to ask questions about other students. Where are the other students from? Which countries are they from? Those are the kind of questions you want to ask if you are having the interview session with more than one person, more than your supervisor. But if you're having the interview session with just your supervisor, you might want to have specific questions which are not general. And the kind of questions you want to ask might be, about his research. You want to learn more about what he's doing, or what they are doing rather. You want to learn more about the lab if it involves lab work. You want to learn more about, the kind of funding opportunities that he or she has. And you want to talk about the questions regarding specific to the papers. Maybe you have read some papers of your potential supervisor. You want to ask about, why did they use this method? Why not do this? it shows that you have done your homework and you're really interested in what they are doing. So you might want to ask if they have other students, like do you have other students, how many students do you have, where are they from, have you had any student from my country before, kind of those kind of questions. You also may want to ask what um, about the expectations of you. What do you expect from me? What do you expect me? What skills do you expect me to have? Yeah, generally, what are your expectations from me in this program? Those are the questions you want to have, and you might be surprised how interesting the conversation will go. So, like I said before, it's not big deal. It's just a chat, but be confident about it. Don't if you don't hear something clearly, be honest about it. Can you repeat yourself? Don't panic. Just make sure you are in a quiet environment where you not be disturbed. And yeah, it's just a chat. So no fret. And if you have specific questions about this topic, you can just drop your question in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer those questions. And if you think this video is helpful, you can like, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you later, and we'll talk about other topics relating to graduate school admission. So see you later in other videos. Bye.